Hey everyone, okay, so today's tutorial is on haters. When I look in my monitor here, I know that you go, look at the camera, but I really am because the monitor is right in front of me. But anyway, I see the windows behind me, and is it just me? Do they look really scary at night? Since I'm doing a video on haters, there's probably a hater there right now going, just gazing in at me. Okay, haters, a day in the life of a hater. What do they look like? They look like you and I. So we'll do a little story to help kind of illustrate the point. Since I'm a beauty channel, I'm going to sort of do it from my perspective, of course. And a day in the life of a hater is that they get up in the morning, they make their kids breakfast. And yes, the haters on beauty related channels, I hate to say it, but the age range for them is around about 35 to 50, middle-aged people. Ridiculous. You think they know better, but no. So they get up in the morning and they cook their kids breakfast, they make their kids breakfast, they send them to school, they then go to work, whatever it is they do. They come home, they collect the kids, they feed them again, they put them in bed, they make them say their prayers, and then they come downstairs and they watch a video on the internet about blusher. It's about blusher, that's it. And this blusher and this video makes them so enraged, they're so angry, that they go mental with their fingers and write awful things about the person that made that video about blush. Horrible things they write. They tear you apart as best they can so that you know that they hate you, that you know that you're nothing and they're everything. Have you ever heard anything more ridiculous than somebody being so upset because of a video on blush? Mental. Absolutely mental. I've never understood it. And this is how much time I spend worrying about my haters. Never worries about it, don't care, never will, just don't care. Ridiculous. All because of a makeup video, whatever. But hate is a very, very real thing, and it's easy to brush it off if you know how to, and if you've been dealing with it every single day for the last several years, you kind of get used to it. It's sad that we have to get used to it, isn't it? But the more I sort of digged in a little deeper into this hate thing, the more I asked other channels the comments they were getting, and the more horrific it becomes when you're faced with the reality that some people really are out to make sure that they know that you know that they hate you, all because of your hair color, the size of your face. You're fat, you're thin, you're pretty. If you're pretty, God forbid you're good looking or pretty, because then you will be ripped apart just as much. Anything that you do, that you are, they will make sure that, you know, they want to make sure that you know that you're not worth anything. Ridiculous, ridiculous. So, and on a daily basis, the sort of comments that I would get are like, because I'm a guy and I do makeup, so automatically you're gay. Even if you haven't said it, you're gay. And so every day I get queer, faggot, I get that I'm going to burn in hell because I like makeup. I'm not being funny, but I'm sure God appreciates a nice shimmering cheek just like the rest of us does. And I think he's probably going to look upon me slightly more favourably because I'm not the one sending nasty comments to people. I think sending a nasty comment like that might be considered a little bit harsher than liking a nice shimmery cheek. But that's just my opinion. What do I know? I find the whole thing ridiculous. But when I was asking other people, and by the way, the comments I just mentioned, they're nice ones. You know, we also get the I'm going to kill you comments. They're always sweet. When I asked other people what comments and problems they were having, it became ridiculous. The more subscribers you get, the more hate that comes your way. And I asked a whole load of people, and of course we've got the you're ugly, you're fat comments, because, you know, it's not like we couldn't look down and notice for ourselves, but they want to make sure we know, you know, you're fat, no shit. So, but then there are comments that start to threaten you, like the comments I'm going to kill you, I'm going to harm you. And when I was asking around, what about comments like, I'm going to rape you, you will be sexually assaulted, I will be waiting for you after work. And obviously there are complete nutcases in the world, but you have to understand that these comments are incredibly serious and they can cause somebody a great deal of stress and anxiety. And what if it was you that was getting these comments every single day and all you were doing wrong was being yourself and making a video on blush? You see how mental and ridiculous it becomes when you think that all you're doing wrong in this world is making videos on makeup. 15 years ago, if you wanted to learn how to put makeup on, you'd have to buy a book or buy a video or get somebody to teach you, but you couldn't go on the internet. But now you can. All of this information that we get regarding makeup or pottery or art or whatever it is we're looking at on YouTube is free. It's free. Somebody's taking the time to make it for absolutely nothing. You're getting it all for free, basically. But we are repaid with hate. Obviously, the amount of love and respect and kind comments, because people are inherently good. And this is the worst thing about the haters, is that the majority of these people, these middle-aged people, are good people. They're good people. They would never say it to you. In 15 years, well, actually it's not 15 years, it's, what is it? I don't know, how old am I? 33. In 12 years of doing makeup, not once has anybody ever come up to me and had a go at me. Never. Maybe it's because I'm tall or broad, who knows, but it's never happened. But on the internet, they're invisible, but they're not. You see, they're not invisible. If you were to Google internet accountability and arrests, you will see that just recently a whole gaggle of kids were arrested for internet bullying. And the best thing about this story is that one of those kids changed his profile 8 times and his computer changed his computer completely, and he was still caught and still arrested. Do you know why? Because we all have to become accountable for what we say and do. It would be nice if we lived in a free world, and we kind of do, but if we are threatening somebody, we are threatening to harm them, to sexually assault them, or to kill them, or if we are slandering them or tearing them apart for nothing more than a video on a bloody blush, then something is very wrong, and we need to be accountable for our actions. And when people are becoming arrested, the law is changing. We no longer are anonymous. Our IP address is, sorry, we know where you live. We need to be, I'm accountable for what I say to you. And we should all become accountable for that. It would never dawn on me to write something awful to somebody else about a video. If I just didn't like the video, I just didn't like the video. Why would I do anything else? Ridiculousness. And like I said, internet accountability, we have to become accountable for what we say and do. If we are threatening people, we need to become accountable for that. And I think that that's fine. What's wrong with that? So there you go. That's my thoughts on hate. I spend 0 time thinking about mine, but when I hear the horror stories from others, it shocks me that people are so ridiculous, because I still believe that those people, the bulk of them, are good people. But when they get behind that terminal, it's like there's somebody else and they're invincible and they're invisible. But it's not going to be that way forever. With internet accountability and the arrests that are happening, we're no longer invisible, and people are being caught, and people are going to be and are being prosecuted for victimizing, bullying and slandering other people when they have no real basis for it, just because they didn't like what they saw or because it goes against what they believe in. So thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time with a much happier video, but probably still that hater pressed against my glass, just sliding down. See ya, bye. See, now I feel all dirty that I've made that video, you know. I feel all dirty and ashamed. Whoa. Funny thing is that when I get the "you're gonna burn in hell," you know, I wonder what they think I'm up to. You know, I'm not being funny, I have been in hibernation for a long time. Ain't nothing I'm doing is against God, believe you me. See, it's just like a newsreader as well, isn't it? So I sit here in my t-shirt, filming this video, and I just got dressing gown on, really. It's mental. I'm mental.